Are you looking for the best beginner and mobile-friendly video editing tools? Whether you're creating YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram Reels, or professional social media content, these tools make editing easy and fast. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful and beginner-friendly editors: CapCut, Adobe Premiere Rush, iMovie, Veed, and InShot. These are the apps that will take your content from good to great without the steep learning curve of professional software. Ready to level up your video game? Let's get started. First up is CapCut, which has absolutely exploded in popularity. It's a completely free video editor available for both your phone and your computer, which is a huge plus. It's the go-to app for countless TikTok and YouTube creators, and for good reason. It packs a serious punch with its features, but the interface is so intuitive that anyone can pick it up. So, how does it work? It's simple. You open up CapCut and tap on New Project. From there, you just import the video clips you filmed. Once they're in, you'll see them on the timeline at the bottom. This is where the magic happens. You can easily trim the beginning and end of each clip, cut out any mistakes, and rearrange them into the perfect sequence. Just drag and drop, but that's just the start. To make your video flow smoothly, you can add transitions between clips. CapCut has a ton of options, from simple fades to cool, glitchy effects. You can also add text overlays to highlight key points and style them with different fonts and animations. Need some background music? CapCut has a library of royalty-free music and sound effects you can add with a single tap. One of the standout features, and a huge time saver, is the auto caption tool. It automatically transcribes the audio in your video and generates captions. You can then edit them for accuracy and style them to match your brand. This is a game changer for social media, where so many people watch videos with the sound off. On top of that, you have access to a massive library of filters, special effects, and animations that can really make your videos pop. When you're all done, you can export your video in high definition, even up to 4K, which is amazing for a free tool. For beginners and social media creators, CapCut is an absolute powerhouse that's hard to beat. Next on our list is Adobe Premiere Rush. If the name Adobe sounds familiar, that's because it's from the same company that makes professional-grade software like Premiere Pro and After Effects. Think of Premiere Rush as the simplified, more approachable sibling of Premiere Pro. It's specifically designed for creators who need to edit and publish content quickly, especially for social media. Premiere Rush is available on your desktop, tablet, and phone, and one of its best features is that your projects sync across all your devices through the cloud. You can start editing on your phone during your commute and then pick up right where you left off on your laptop at home. The workflow is incredibly streamlined. You open the app and click Create New Project. Then you select your video clips, photos, and audio files. Rush automatically organizes them on a multi-track timeline. This means you have separate tracks for your video, your voiceover, and your background music, giving you more control. You can trim and rearrange clips just like in other editors, but Rush offers more refined controls. You can add professional-looking titles and motion graphics from a library of templates, and you can customize the colors and fonts to match your style. Adding transitions is just as easy. What really makes Premiere Rush shine for social media creators is its export functionality. You can easily resize your video for different platforms like a vertical format for Reels or a wide format for YouTube with just a few clicks. And when you're ready to publish, you can export and share your video directly to platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram right from the app. While Premiere Rush does have a free starter plan, the full suite of features comes with a subscription. It is perfect for creators who are ready to invest a little in their workflow for professional quality and a seamless editing experience. Now, if you're an Apple user, you're in luck. You already have one of the best free video editors pre-installed on your iPhone, iPad, and Mac, iMovie. For decades, iMovie has been the entry point for countless people into the world of video editing, and it remains a fantastic choice today. It strikes a perfect balance between simplicity and power. Getting started in iMovie is a breeze. You open the app and click Create New Project. You can choose to make a movie, where you have full control, or a trailer, which uses fun, cinematic templates to guide you. For most projects, you'll choose Movie. You then import your media files from your photo library or folders. The iMovie interface is clean and uncluttered. You just drag your clips into the timeline to start building your story. You can easily trim them, split them, and move them around. iMovie might not have as many flashy effects as CapCut, but its transitions and titles are clean, classic, and professional. You can add background music from its built-in library or import your own tracks. The audio tools are also quite robust, allowing you to adjust volume, detach audio from video, and even add a voiceover directly in the app. One of the best things about iMovie is its seamless integration with the Apple ecosystem. You can start a project on your iPhone and finish it on your Mac using AirDrop or iCloud. The performance is incredibly smooth, especially on newer Apple devices, and it handles 4K video without breaking a sweat. When you're finished, exporting is simple, and the final video quality is excellent. For anyone inside the Apple world, iMovie is an absolutely essential, powerful, and completely free tool that's perfect for everything from home movies to polished YouTube videos. Let's switch gears and talk about Veed. What makes Veed unique on this list is that it's a browser-based video editor. That means you don't have to download or install any software on your computer. You just open your web browser, go to the Veed website, and start editing. This makes it incredibly convenient and accessible, especially if you're working on a shared computer or a device with limited storage. The process is super straightforward. You go to the website and upload your video file directly. Once it's uploaded, you're taken to the editing interface. It has all the standard tools you'd expect. You can trim your clips, split them, and rearrange them on the timeline. You can add text, shapes, and even progress bars, which are really popular for engagement on social media. But the real killer feature for Veed, much like CapCut, is its automatic subtitle generation. It's incredibly accurate and fast. You can upload a video, and within minutes, Veed will generate a full transcript and timed captions. You can then easily edit any words and customize the style of the subtitles to make them stand out. This alone makes Veed an invaluable tool for creating content for platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok, where accessible content is key. Veed also offers other cool features like screen recording, a library of stock video and audio, and various filters and effects. It operates on a freemium model. The free version includes a watermark on your exports, but the paid plans unlock higher quality exports, more storage, and remove the watermark. If your primary need is adding subtitles quickly and easily, or if you just love the convenience of an online tool, Veed is definitely worth checking out. Last but not least, we have InShot. This is another mobile-first video editor that is hugely popular, available for both Android and iPhone. If you're someone who shoots and edits everything on your phone, InShot is designed for you. It's all about speed and convenience, making it perfect for creating content on the go. The interface is incredibly user-friendly. You open the app, tap Video, and select your clips from your camera roll. InShot lays them out on a simple timeline where you can perform all the basic edits. You can trim, cut, and split your clips with just a few taps. You can also easily change the aspect ratio of your video to fit different social media platforms, like a square for an Instagram post or vertical for a story. Where InShot really shines is in its creative assets. It comes packed with a huge library of fun stickers, animated text, and filters that can add a lot of personality to your videos. Adding music is also a snap. You can choose from InShot's library of tracks and sound effects or import your own music. The app also makes it easy to add a voiceover recording directly over your video. InShot is free to download and use, but like many mobile editors, it places a small watermark on your videos. You can remove it by either watching a short ad or by upgrading to the Pro version, which also unlocks more effects, filters, and stickers. For mobile creators who need a simple, fast, and feature-rich editor to quickly create engaging content for social media, InShot is an excellent choice. So, to wrap it all up, which tool is right for you? It really depends on your needs. CapCut is the best all-around choice for free, powerful editing on both mobile and desktop, especially with its amazing auto-caption feature. Adobe Premiere Rush is ideal for creators who are ready to step up to a more professional workflow that syncs across devices. If you're an Apple user, iMovie is an unbeatable free option that's powerful and easy to use. Veed is your best bet for browser-based editing, particularly if your main goal is to add subtitles quickly and efficiently. And finally, InShot is the perfect companion for mobile-first creators who want a fast and fun editing experience on their phone. The best way to find out which one you like is to try them. They all have free versions, so download a couple and see which interface feels most natural to you. Choose the tool that best fits your workflow and start creating those amazing videos today. Most popular video editors out there, CapCut. Whether you're making content for TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts, CapCut has become a go-to tool for creators. And the best part, it's free and available on both mobile and desktop. In this step-by-step guide, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to start editing like a pro. So grab your phone or pull up a chair to your computer, and let's get started. First things first, let's get the app. You can download CapCut from the App Store on your iPhone, the Google Play Store on your Android, or from their official website for your Mac or Windows computer. Once it's installed, go ahead and open it up. You'll be greeted by a clean and simple interface. To begin, just tap or click on the New Project button. This will open up your camera roll or file explorer, allowing you to select the video clips and photos you want to use. Don't worry about getting the order perfect right now. You can easily rearrange them later. Select your media and hit Add. Now you're in the main editing workspace. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see your timeline. This is where all the magic happens. Your clips are laid out in the order you selected them. You can tap and hold a clip to drag it to a new position. To trim a clip, just tap on it, and you'll see white handles appear at the beginning and end. Drag these handles to shorten the clip from either side. If you want to split a clip into two, move the white play headline to the exact spot you want to cut, select the clip, and then tap the split icon. It looks like a little razor. This is super useful for cutting out mistakes or creating fast-paced edits. Okay, let's talk about adding some flair to your videos. Look at the toolbar at the bottom. You'll see several options. Let's start with audio. Tapping this lets you add music, sound effects, or even record a voiceover. CapCut has a huge library of royalty-free music and sounds you can browse by genre or mood. To add a track, just find one you like and tap the plus button. You can then adjust its volume or trim it just like a video clip. Adding the right music can totally change the vibe of your video, so have fun experimenting with different tracks. Next up is text. The text tool is incredibly powerful. You can add simple text overlays, or you can use CapCut's amazing text templates for dynamic, animated titles. When you add text, you can customize the font, color, size, and even add animations to make it pop. Want those cool, auto-generated captions you see everywhere? Go to Text and select Auto Captions. CapCut will automatically transcribe the audio in your video and create timed captions for you. You can then edit them for accuracy and style them however you want. This feature is a game changer for making your content more accessible and engaging. Let's move on to effects and transitions. To make your video flow smoothly from one clip to the next, you need transitions. Tap the small white box between two clips on your timeline. This will open up the Transitions menu. You'll find everything from simple fades to flashy glitch effects. Just tap on a transition to preview it and tap it again to apply. Don't go too crazy, though. A few well-placed transitions look much better than a dozen different ones. The Effects tab is where you can really get creative. It has video effects that can change the whole look of your clip, like adding a retro VHS feel, sparkles, or blurs. Body effects can even track a person in the video and add cool auras or outlines. Color grading is another key step to making your videos look professional. You can do this using the Filters and Adjust tools. Filters are like Instagram filters, one-tap presets that give your video a specific look. The Adjust tool gives you more control. Here, you can manually tweak brightness, contrast, saturation, exposure, and so much more. You can even fine-tune specific colors using the HSL tool. A little bit of color correction can make your footage look much more vibrant and cinematic. I recommend slightly boosting the saturation and contrast on most clips to make them pop. Let's quickly touch on some other cool features. The Stickers menu lets you add animated graphics to your video. The overlay feature allows you to add a picture-in-picture effect by placing one video or photo on top of another. And don't forget to play with the speed of your clips. You can create slow-motion effects or time-lapses by selecting a clip and using the Speed tool. The curve option in the Speed tool gives you precise control over speed ramps, which is a really popular and dynamic effect. Now, let's jump over to the desktop version for a moment. The great news is that if you know how to use the mobile app, the desktop version will feel very familiar. The layout is similar, with your media bin on the top left, the preview window on the top right, and your timeline along the bottom. The workflow is exactly the same. Import media, drag it to the timeline, trim, split, and add your effects, text, and audio. The main advantage of the desktop version is having more screen space, which makes it easier to work on more complex projects with lots of layers. Plus, using a mouse and keyboard can be much more precise for detailed editing. Once you're happy with your masterpiece, it's time to export. On both mobile and desktop, you'll see an export icon in the top right corner, usually an arrow pointing up. Before you export, you can choose your resolution and frame rate. For most social media, 108p and 30 frames per second is a great standard. If you have 4K footage and want the highest quality, you can export in 4K. Once you've set your options, just hit export. CapCut will render your video, and from there, you can save it to your device or share it directly to apps like TikTok or YouTube. And that's it. That's your complete beginner's guide to editing in CapCut. We've covered importing media, basic timeline editing, adding audio and text, using effects and transitions, color grading, and exporting your final video. The best way to learn is by doing, so I encourage you to open up the app and just start playing around with your own clips. Don't be afraid to experiment with all the different tools and features. You'll be surprised at how quickly you can create amazing, professional. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a tool that is going to revolutionize your social media content creation, Adobe Premiere Rush. If you've ever felt intimidated by complex video editing software but still want to create professional-looking videos for platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts, then Rush is your new best friend. It's a simplified, all-in-one video editor that works seamlessly across your phone, tablet, and desktop. In this step-by-step guide, I am going to walk you through everything you need to know to get started and create your first awesome video. Let's jump right in. First things first, you need to download Adobe Premiere Rush. It's available on iOS, Android, Windows, and Mac. Once you have it installed and opened, you'll see a big blue button that says Create a New Project. Let's go ahead and click that. This will open your media browser. On a computer, you can navigate to your folders. On a phone or tablet, it will likely ask for permission to access your photos and videos. Find the clips you want to use for your project. You can select multiple files at once. As you select them, Rush automatically numbers them, which is the order they'll appear in your timeline. Don't worry, you can easily change this order later. Once you've selected your clips, give your project a name at the bottom and click Create. Welcome to the main editing interface of Premiere Rush. It looks clean and simple, right? Let me break it down for you. At the top, you have the preview window, where you can see your video. At the bottom is your timeline. This is where all the magic happens. Your video and audio clips are laid out here from left to right. On the right side, you'll find a toolbar with all your editing tools, things like graphics, effects, color, speed, and audio. On the left side, there's a button to add more media to your project. The first thing I always do is check the aspect ratio. Click the little rectangle button at the bottom right. You can choose between landscape for YouTube, vertical for Reels and TikToks, or square. Since this is for social media, let's select the vertical 9:16 option. Now let's start arranging our clips. In the timeline, you can just click and drag a clip to move it around. Want to shorten a clip? Move your cursor to the beginning or end of it until you see a little bracket icon, then click and drag to trim it. It's non-destructive, so you can always drag it back out if you trim too much. If you want to split a clip in the middle, move the playhead, that's the blue vertical line, to where you want to make the cut, and then click the scissors icon on the left-hand toolbar. Boom! The clip is now split into two separate parts. You can then delete one part by selecting it and hitting the trash can icon, or insert another clip in between. It's that easy to get your basic story structure in place. Next up, let's make our video look more dynamic with transitions. Transitions help smooth the jump from one clip to the next. In the right-hand toolbar, click on the effects icon, which looks like a little star, and then navigate to the Transitions tab. Rush gives you a bunch of options like cross dissolve, dip to black, and dip to white. To add one, simply drag and drop it onto the cut between two clips in your timeline. You can see a little box appears, showing that a transition has been applied. You can adjust the duration of the transition by clicking on it and using the slider that appears in the effects panel. A little tip: don't overdo it with transitions. A simple cross dissolve often looks the most professional. Now for one of the most powerful features, adding graphics and text. Click the graphics icon on the right, which looks like a T in a box. Here, you'll find a library of awesome, professionally designed motion graphics templates. You have titles, lower thirds, and overlays. Browse through the library. You can even filter by category. Once you find one you like, just drag it onto a new layer above your video clips in the timeline. You can then select the graphic in the timeline and use the panel on the right to customize it. You can change the text, the font, the color, the size, everything. This is a super quick way to add a polished, professional touch to your videos without needing any design skills. You can also find more templates on Adobe Stock right from within the app. Let's talk about color. Getting the color right can completely change the mood of your video. Select a clip in your timeline and then click the color icon on the right. You have two main options here: presets and manual editing. The presets are like filters. You can just click on one to apply a pre-made look to your clip. This is the fastest way to get a consistent, stylized look. If you want more control, you can go into the Edit tab. Here you'll find sliders for exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, temperature, and vibrance. Play around with these settings to really make your footage pop. A great feature is that once you perfected the color on one clip, you can copy and paste those settings to other clips to maintain a consistent look. Audio is just as important as video. Good sound can make or break your content. Click the audio icon on the right, which looks like a speaker. The audio panel will open up. Here you can adjust the volume of your clips. If you have background noise, the Reduce Noise checkbox can be a lifesaver. If you're doing a voiceover, the auto ducking feature is amazing. It automatically lowers the volume of your background music whenever someone is speaking. And speaking of music, let's add some. Click the Add Media button on the left and then go to Audio. Rush has a built-in library of royalty-free soundtracks, loops, and sound effects you can use. Find a track you like, and it will be added to your timeline. You can trim it and adjust the volume just like any other audio clip. Another cool effect to make your videos more engaging is changing the speed. Select a clip and click the speed icon on the right. You'll see a slider to speed up or slow down your clip. You can create a fast motion time-lapse effect or a dramatic slow-motion shot. But the really cool feature here is ramping. If you expand the clip options, you can create gradual speed changes within a single clip. For example, you can have a clip start at normal speed, gradually speed up, and then slow back down. This is a fantastic way to add emphasis and a very professional feel to your edits. Just play around with the ramp settings to see what cool effects you can create. Once you're happy with your edit, it's time to export and share it with the world. Click the Share button at the top. On the Share screen, Rush automatically gives you optimized export settings for different social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can just click the toggle for the platform you want to post to, and Rush will handle the rest. It will render the video with the best settings for that specific platform. If you want more control, you can go to the advanced settings to change the resolution, frame rate, and quality. Once you're ready, hit the Export button. Rush will render your video, and from there you can either save it to your device or share it directly to your connected social accounts, and there you have it. That's your complete beginner's guide to creating awesome social media videos with Adobe Premiere Rush. We've covered everything from starting a project and basic editing to adding graphics, color correcting, working with audio, and finally, exporting your masterpiece. The best way to learn is by doing. so I encourage you to open up Rush, import some clips, and just start playing around with all the tools. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can create high-quality, engaging content. Thank you so much for watching. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're an Apple user looking to dive into video editing without getting overwhelmed by complicated software, you've come to the right place. Today, we're breaking down iMovie, Apple's fantastic and free video editor for both Mac and your iPhone or iPad. By the end of this video, you'll be able to create stunning, professional-looking videos with ease. We lines cover everything from the very basics to some cool tricks that will make your content stand out. So grab your Mac or your iPhone and let's get started on your video editing journey. First up, let's talk about the Mac version. When you open iMovie, you'll see a clean and simple interface. To start, click Create New and then select Movie. This is where the magic begins. The first thing you need to do is import your media. You can drag and drop video clips, photos, and audio files directly into the My Media browser on the left. Or you can use the Import button, which looks like a downward arrow, to browse files on your computer or connected cameras. Take a moment to gather all the footage you want to use for your project. Having everything in one place before you start editing will save you a ton of time. Once your clips are imported, it's time to build your story on the timeline. The timeline is the long horizontal area at the bottom of the screen. Just drag your clips from the media browser down into the timeline in the order you want them to appear. You can easily rearrange them by clicking and dragging. To trim a clip, just hover your mouse over the beginning or end of it until the cursor changes, then click and drag to shorten it. This is perfect for cutting out any shaky starts or awkward pauses. If you want to split a single clip into two, move the playhead, that's the white vertical line, to the exact spot you want to cut, right-click, and select Split Clip. It's that simple to start shaping your narrative. Now let's add some professional polish with transitions. Abrupt cuts between clips can sometimes be jarring. Transitions help smooth things out. You'll find the Transitions tab right above the media browser. iMovie offers a bunch of options like cross dissolve, fade to black, and various wipes. To add one, just drag your chosen transition and drop it between two clips on your timeline. You'll see a small icon appear. You can even adjust the duration of the transition by double-clicking it. Use them sparingly, though. A simple cross dissolve often looks more professional than a flashy star wipe. The key is to make the viewing experience seamless for your audience. What's a video without a title? Let's add some text. Go to the Titles tab, which is right next to Transitions. You'll see a variety of animated and static title styles. Find one you like and drag it onto the timeline. You can place it over a video clip to have the text appear on top of your footage, or place it on a blank part of the timeline to have it appear over a black background. To edit the text, just double-click the title clip in the timeline, and a text editor will pop up in the viewer window. You can change the font, size, color, and of course, what it says. This is perfect for intros, lower thirds to introduce someone, or for closing credits. Audio is just as important as video. Let's work on the sound. iMovie automatically includes the audio attached to your video clips. You can adjust the volume of any clip by clicking on it and dragging the horizontal line up or down. To add background music or sound effects, go to the Audio tab. iMovie includes a library of royalty-free music and sound effects you can use. You can also import your own music files. Just drag the audio file you want onto the timeline, placing it underneath your video clips. You can trim and adjust the volume of your background music just like you did with your video clips. A great tip is to slightly lower the music volume during parts where someone is speaking, so the dialogue remains clear. Now, let's switch gears and talk about iMovie on your iPhone or iPad. The mobile version is incredibly powerful and convenient for editing on the go. Open the iMovie app and tap Start New Project, then Movie. You'll be prompted to select your videos and photos from your camera roll. Tap on the clips you want to use, and then tap Create Movie at the bottom. iMovie will automatically place them on the timeline for you. The interface is optimized for touch, making it super intuitive. You can pinch to zoom in and out of the timeline, and tap and hold to drag clips around to reorder them. It's amazing what you can accomplish right from your phone. Editing on iOS is just as easy. Tap on a clip in the timeline to select it, and a set of tools will appear at the bottom. You'll see icons for actions like splitting, detaching audio, and changing the speed. To trim a clip, just tap it and drag the yellow handles at either end. To add a transition, tap the small icon between two clips. A menu will pop up with options like dissolve or slide. You can even add titles by selecting a clip and tapping the T icon in the editing tools. A variety of styles will pop up, and you can edit the text right on the screen. It's a full-featured editor that fits in your pocket. Whether you're on a Mac or an iPhone, color correction can make a huge difference. Select a clip in your timeline. On Mac, look for the color palette icon above the viewer. On iOS, tap the filter icon. You can use the Auto Enhance feature, which does a surprisingly good job, or you can manually adjust things like brightness, contrast, and saturation. A little tweak can make your footage look much more vibrant and professional. You can also apply creative filters for a specific look, like a vintage feel or a black and white effect. Play around with these settings to see how you can enhance the mood of your video. Once your masterpiece is complete, it's time to share it with the world. This is called exporting. On your Mac, click the Share button in the top right corner. It looks like a box with an arrow pointing up. You can choose to export the file directly to your computer, or you can upload it straight to platforms like YouTube or Vimeo. I recommend choosing File. This gives you more control. You can then select the resolution, quality, and compression. For most online videos, 1080p is a great choice. Give your file a name, choose where to save it, and click Save. iMovie will then start rendering your video. On your iPhone or iPad, the process is similar. Tap the Done button in the top left corner. Then, tap the Share icon at the bottom of the screen. You'll see options to share it via messages, email, or save it to your camera roll by selecting Save Video. You can also share directly to social media apps. When you save the video, you'll be able to choose the export resolution, like 720p, 1080p, or even 4000 if your footage supports it. The exporting time will depend on the length and complexity of your video, so be patient. And just like that, you've gone from a collection of raw clips to a polished, finished video, all using the power of iMovie. And there you have it, a complete beginner's guide to iMovie on both Mac and iOS. We've covered importing media, trimming and arranging clips, adding transitions and titles, working with audio, color correcting, and finally, exporting your project. iMovie is an incredibly powerful tool for its simplicity, and it's the perfect starting point for anyone new to video editing. The best way to learn is by doing, so open up iMovie, import some footage, and start experimenting. Don't be afraid to try different things and make mistakes. That's all part of the creative process. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this guide helps you create some amazing videos. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. And if you have any questions or want to share your own iMovie tips, drop a comment down below. I love hearing from you all. Now go out there and start creating. See you in the next video. Tired of complicated video editing software? What if I told you there's a super easy, browser-based editor that can automatically add subtitles to your videos in just a few clicks? Well, stick around, because today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Veed.io, step by step. This is a complete game changer for content creators, marketers, or anyone who wants to make professional-looking videos without the steep learning curve. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be editing like a pro, right from your web browser. Let's get started. First things first, head over to Veed.io. You can sign up for a free account to get started, which gives you access to a ton of great features. Once you're logged in, you'll see your dashboard. This is where all your projects will live. To start a new one, just click the Create Project button. Now you have a few options. You can upload your own video file, start with a pre-made template, record your screen and camera directly, or even start with a blank canvas. For this guide, we're going to upload a video we already have. I'll just drag and drop my file right here. You'll see it start uploading, and once it's done, it'll appear on your timeline at the bottom of the screen. Welcome to the main editing interface. It might look like a lot at first, but it's incredibly intuitive. On the left, you have your main toolbar. This is where you'll find all the tools you need: media, audio, subtitles, text, elements, and more. In the center, you have the video preview, which shows you what your final video will look like. And at the bottom, there's the timeline. This is where you'll arrange your clips, audio, and other assets. Let's start with some basic trimming. Maybe the beginning or end of my clip has some stuff I don't want. All I have to do is go to the timeline, click on the edge of my video clip, and drag it inwards to trim it. See how easy that is? You can trim from the beginning or the end. If you want to cut a section out from the middle, just move the playhead that's this vertical line to where you want to make a cut, and then click the split button right above the timeline. Now your clip is in two parts. You can move the playhead again, split it, and then select and delete that middle section you don't want. It's that simple to clean up your footage. Now, let's talk about one of Veed's most powerful features, auto subtitles. This is a lifesaver. On the left-hand menu, click on Subtitles, then click Auto Subtitle. You'll be asked to select the language of your video. Veed supports a ton of languages, so find yours and click Create Subtitles. Veed's AI will now get to work transcribing your entire video. This usually only takes a minute or two, depending on the length of your video. And just like that, boom, your subtitles are generated and perfectly synced with your audio. You'll see the text appear in the left panel, broken down by timestamps. You can click on any text block to edit it, just in case the AI made a small mistake or you want to rephrase something. It's incredibly accurate, but it's always good to do a quick proofread. But what about styling? We don't want plain, boring subtitles. With the subtitles selected, you'll see a Styles tab appear. Here, you can change the font, size, and color. You can add a background, a shadow, or an outline to make your text pop. Veed also has some amazing preset animation styles. Do you want your subtitles to appear word by word, like you see in those popular social media clips? Just select one of the animation presets. You can have a karaoke-style highlight, a pop-up effect, and more. This is how you make your videos look super dynamic and engaging with minimal effort. Okay, our video is trimmed and subtitled. Let's add some more flair. How about some text, like a title? Go back to the left menu and click Text. You can add a simple headline, subheadline, or body text. Let's add a title. I'll type in my awesome travel video. Just like with subtitles, you can change the font, color, size, and position. I'll drag it to the top of the screen. You can also animate your text. In the right-hand panel, you'll find animation options to make it fade in, slide in, or pop up. What about some background music? A video feels more alive with a good soundtrack. Click on Audio in the left menu. Veed has a library of royalty-free stock music and sound effects you can use. You can browse by mood, genre, or just search for something specific. I'll search for upbeat travel. I can preview the tracks, and when I find one I like, I just click the plus icon to add it to my timeline. It will appear as a new layer below my video. I can drag it to position it, and I can adjust the volume by clicking on the audio track and using the volume slider in the right-hand panel. It's important to lower the background music volume so it doesn't overpower your speaking voice. Veed also has a great library of elements. Click on Elements on the left. Here you'll find progress bars, emojis, shapes, and animated stickers. Adding a progress bar is a great way to keep your viewers engaged, especially for longer videos. Just click on one, and it's added to your video. You can resize it and place it wherever you like, usually at the top or bottom of the frame. It will automatically animate across the screen as your video plays. Let's say you want to add a logo or an image overlay. Go back to Media and then Upload. You can upload your logo file. Once it's uploaded, just drag it from the media library onto your video canvas. You can resize it and place it in a corner. You can even adjust its opacity in the right-hand panel to make it a subtle watermark. This is great for branding your content. You can also do color correction and add filters. Select your video clip on the timeline, and on the right side, you'll see an Adjust tab. Here you can tweak brightness, contrast, saturation, and more. Or, you can just click on the Filters tab and apply a pre-made look with one click. This is a quick way to give your video a consistent, professional aesthetic. What if you made a mistake? Don't worry. Veed has undo and redo buttons at the top, so you can always go back a step. The entire platform is non-destructive, meaning your original files are always safe. Once you're happy with how everything looks, it's time to export. This is the final step. Look for the blue Done button at the top right, and then click Export Video. You can choose your export resolution. 720p is great for social media, while 108p is standard HD. If you're on a paid plan, you can export in even higher quality. Veed will start rendering your video in the cloud. This is another amazing feature because it doesn't use up your computer's resources. You can literally close the tab and Veed will email you when your video is ready to download. And there you have it, a complete, step-by-step guide to editing amazing videos with Veed.io. We went from a raw clip to a fully edited video with automatic subtitles, background music, text animations, and a progress bar, all without installing any software. Veed is an incredibly powerful yet simple tool that can seriously level up your video content. I highly recommend giving it a try. The free plan is a great way to see if it's the right fit for you. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks to help you create better content. If you have any questions about Veed or have a video editing topic you'd like me to cover, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.